Good afternoon, it's October here in Park City, Utah. I'm Mark Rodehaver. I'm an associate broker at Berkshire Hathaway Utah Properties, and we're standing on top of China Bridge here in the middle of Old Town Park City. Park City was founded in 1868. It was a silver mining camp. It was rough and it was ready. When you look around Park City, you still feel some of the history here. And that is what is the draw of living in Old Town. What you're going to find here is many of the lots are 0.06 of an acre. That would be considered a single lot, and some of the lots are double lots. We'll talk a little bit more about that later in terms of how many car garages you can have with those lots. The nice thing about being this close to Main Street is there's 100 boutique shops on Main Street, and there's 50 one-of-a-kind restaurants. And when we video throughout the session here, you'll see some of those access points back to Main Street. But really, that's the allure of living in Old Town, is living close to the shopping, the dining, the nightlife, and a place to go get a coffee in the morning. Now we've come to the stair systems that I was talking about here in Old Town. As you'll see, this takes you all the way down to Main Street. It will take you all the way up to Empire. It will take you to Woodside. It will take you to Lowell. Depends on which part of Old Town that you're in. You'll also see that this is really made for the wintertime, so you're not slipping when you're out here. It does stay clear. Again, this takes you all the way down to Main Street. Very easy, depending on where you live in Old Town, to get back down to Main Street. We are between the 100 and 200 block here in Old Town, and really the price of the real estate gets a little bit more expensive between the 300 and the 600 block, and then when you get to the 800, which you'll see shortly, the 800 to the 1000 block is quite higher priced than this 100 to 200 block, and then the 1200 to the 1400 block gets a little less expensive depending on how close you are to the ski resort. As we talk about condominiums, there's a little bit less options here in Old Town. Many of them are on Main Street. You're going to see those start anywhere from $350,000 to a studio to a $4 million penthouse. They're less available than there are single-family homes here in Old Town. Single-family homes in Old Town start at about $750 a square foot and will go up to about $1,250 a square foot, depending on how old it is, new construction, location, views, and all that good stuff. Okay, now we're still on the 100 to 200 block here in Old Town. Let's talk a little bit about the new construction. You're gonna see that all over Old Town. And you'll see this is a traditional single family lot, which is the single lot. And it's about 25 by 75. What that does is it only allows you, by the design guidelines for Old Town, the historical guidelines, is you can get a single car garage. You can do a tandem, but you cannot do a double car garage door. If you see a double car garage door, that means you're on a double lot. So now we're on Quitton Town. Just come down Quitton Town, here's Town Lift. Behind me, this is Park Ave. You're starting on about the 800 block. You go Park Ave, you go Woodside, Norfolk, Empire, up to Lowell. This is kind of the coveted location of Old Town, including the 400 to 600 block, because you can walk over here to Quitton Town, start in the morning. There are some condominium options right here as well. But as you'll see how close this is, you're gonna ski down at the end of the day, and you can either go have a cocktail or walk back home. What better location to be? Okay, so if you're going for a hike from Old Town, you'll see all the access to trails right here. Sweeney Switchbacks is one of my favorites, named after the landowners of the Treasure Hill. It's now owned by Park City Mountain. Great access to trails right here out the back door. All right, the other nice thing about living in Old Town, especially if you're in the center of Old Town, is High West. High West whiskey, come by, get a Moscow Mule or a Manhattan, which is one of my favorites. Okay, now when you come on down to where about the 1200 block to 1300 block, you have the Park City Library just off Park Avenue. It's nice that Park City has used its mining heritage and other historical features that they've kept here in the Park City Library. Also, some of the best coffee is right here at the Lucky Ones. Over my shoulder to the left here, your right, that's Norfolk, that takes you up to Empire, that takes you up to Lowell. And then you really just go about 2 blocks that way and you're at the base of Park City Mountain. Another great thing about living close to this library is Sundance. It's one of the key locations for some of the film releases of Sundance are right here in the library. And the lawn here is one of the best lawns in Old Town, other than the one next to the skate park, which we'll see next. So now we're down to about the 1300 block. You're between Park Avenue and Deer Valley Drive. There's the skate park, one of my kids' favorite places to come in the summer. On the north side of the skate park is, I call it the events lawn. It's where many festivals happen at the end of 4th of July parade or the Miners' Day parade. There's a big party that happens there. You're also a fairly close walk to the base of Park City Mountain. When you get down to call it the 13th and 14th block, that's where you're going to find more opportunities for condominiums that are close to skiing. You are going to see that. That is classified as Old Town when you're looking for real estate. Again, my name is Mark Rodehever. I'm a broker here at Berkshire Hathaway Utah Properties. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also find me on Instagram at mr.parkcity. Have a great day.